I am making a caramel pecan fudge. So this would be like the turtle, sort of. And I've got my Mexican sweetened condensed milk that's turned into caramel here, because I don't know how to say that name. Now I am going to microwave this, stirring every 30 seconds. All right, while that's microwaving, I have toasted my pecans just to bring out the toasty flavor. All right, I'm going to stir this. One more time. Okay, we got it all melted and stirred in. Now I've got my pecans, and I'm going to put about 3/4 of the pecans. Oops, I did too many. I'm going to stir that in. So I would gather this would taste like a turtle, a different variation on a turtle fudge, I would think. This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. Okay, so now I got my pecans here that I'm gonna decorate the top with. I'm taking the whole ones first and spreading them all around to make them evenly distributed, hopefully. And then we'll take the smaller pieces and put those in between. You can let these cool down if you want beforehand. I just didn't. Why? Because I'm Tara. That's why. Okay, there we go. Toasted pecans. I'm gonna let this set up and then we will cut it. Okay. I have my toasted pecan, caramel pecan fudge here. Okay. It looks pretty yummy. I love caramel, I love pecans, and I love them all together. Okay, I've got 3 different sizes of fudge pans that I'm using right now. It's driving me crazy because I can't get even fudge bars. Okay. So let me see what it tastes like with the caramel fudge. Oh, wow. That is darn tootin' delicious. Okay, this one's a keeper. Yum. To store this, this is a sturdier fudge, so I'm not going to put anything in between. I'm just going to set it all on the tray, just like so. All these little edge pieces. And let me cut these up here too. For smaller, I don't know what my refrigerator is doing. Sorry guys for the weird noises. Plastic wrap. Sounds like my freezers or my fridge is gonna explode behind me. And wrap it up and store in the fridge or the freezer. If it's a week before Christmas, you can put it in the fridge. If it is more than a week, put it in the freezer and defrost just a couple of hours before you're ready to eat. I just wanted to clarify real quick before I get on with the rest of the fudge recipes. The base recipe is 2 ingredients, okay? Or chips and frosting, which is not in my Dining on a Dime cookbook. It is on my website though, or chips and Cool Whip, okay? So all these recipes have a 2 ingredient base and then all of your optional add-ins. So I just want to clarify that before I get on with all of the other fudge recipes. Fruitcake fudge. Oh my goodness. I am making fruitcake great again, guys. If you're a fruitcake lover like me, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not, give me a thumbs down. I'm okay with that too. But the reason why you don't like fruitcake, because you haven't had proper fruitcake. So I'm going to show you several recipes for fruitcake. Now this is a fruitcake fudge. So I have my white chocolate chips and my sweetened condensed milk, and I'm going to melt this in the microwave and stir every 30 seconds. All right, I'm getting all of my chips and sweetened condensed milk mixed in together. Okay. And then if you want, you can add rum flavoring. I personally don't like rum flavoring that well. Oh my goodness, look at that juicy pecan right there. Yum. Oh, yum. So I'm not using rum flavoring, but you can. Just put a teaspoon in. And then good old fruitcake mix right there, guys. I love fruitcake. I love fruitcake. Okay, so we're gonna get this stirred. Oh, yum. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to dig into this. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I've never made this before, so I'm just making it up as I go along. Oh, yum. Parchment paper here, and I am going to put in my fruitcake fudge. Oops. All right, and then I'm going to take my red and green cherries. I love these. And I'm going to cut some up. All right, and then to decorate on top, I'm going to take some pecans, pieces, put those all over. All right, we're going to put that in the refrigerator and let it set up, and we'll come back and cut it. My fruitcake fudge here. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at that. Oh my goodness, that looks delicious. got a piece here. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Okay, this one's a winner. Hot dog, fruitcake fudge. I am making hot cocoa fudge. I found these Hershey's hot cocoa kisses on clearance after Christmas for 40 cents. Of course, I picked up several bags because that's cheap chocolate. So I've got 2 cups, which is 1 bag, in my microwave safe bowl here. And then I have my can of sweetened condensed milk. And my 1 cup of chocolate chips. We're gonna throw this in the microwave and melt it. Okay, stir in between each 30 seconds. I will link my favorite microwave bowl for making candy in the description below. Now, if you didn't want to buy 2 packages of the hot cocoa, then what you could do is use 1 cup of these with 2 cups of chocolate chips. And then you can have these for decorating on top if you want. All right, my fudge is getting pretty melted there, so I'm going to add my butter and my salt and a pinch of vanilla. Okay, and so now we're gonna get that all mixed in and nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm gonna let my butter melt for just a minute there. I'm going to prepare my pan. Okay, these 12 by 16 sheets of parchment paper, I'll link it below. Fits perfectly in your 8 by 8 pan. Okay, now I'm gonna get this mixed up. All right, let's see. I think my butter almost. You can put it all in at the same time. I just wasn't thinking today. Oh man, look at all that luscious, creamy fudge right there. Okay, so now we're gonna take our marshmallows. I'm gonna put in some marshmallows. Now we don't want our marshmallows to necessarily melt. These we're just stirring in to add that more hot cocoa flavor. Okay, there we go. Then going to put it all in my pan here. Oh, yum. Right. Now, I was going to take some of these and decorate them on top, but since they're chocolate on chocolate, you're not going to see very well. So what I'm going to do is take marshmallows and put them on top, because you'll see the white with the chocolate there. Just get them all evenly spread around. Make sure they're just 1 layer thick. And you kind of want to, you want the white showing, so you don't want to have, like chocolate all over like that one. But then you kind of want to push them in your fudge, just like so. All right, we're gonna set this in the refrigerator, let it set up, and then we're gonna come back and cut it. I forgot to hit record when I started cutting, but I am cutting my hot chocolate fudge. And in between each cut, I am cleaning off my blade so my marshmallows don't get too dirty with chocolate and they kind of stay white, hopefully. Okay, so here's a corner piece. I'm sure it's not big enough for anybody to eat except me, so I'm gonna give it a try. Oh, wow, that is surprisingly tastes just like hot chocolate. That is really good. If you find Hershey's Kisses on clearance, here's a great way to use them. Making white chocolate cranberry fudge. Now I have my chocolate baking chips in there. I want mine really, really white, so I'm using the bright white baking chips, but you can just use regular white chips if you want also. So I've got those and my sweetened condensed milk here, and I'm gonna microwave this until it melts, stirring every 30 to 45 seconds. All right, I'm gonna stir and see where we're at. Oh, and I forgot to put in my butter. Boop. And this is optional, but I've been adding just a titch of salt in all of my fudge recipes because salt makes everything taste so much better. Okay, I'm gonna heat this up just a bit more. Now you stir in between each addition so that your chocolate does not burn. Rocky Road fudge with my 2-ingredient fudge recipe. Got my chocolate chips there. Got my sweetened condensed milk here. I'm going to throw this in the microwave and let it get melted. All right, let me see if my chocolate chips are gonna be melted. Looks like it. Okay, I'm gonna stir this till they melt. And I've been doing the, what do you call it? The advanced version of fudge, adding in extra butter. You can do vanilla, salt also if you want. Since I'm gonna have almonds in this, and since I'm gonna have almonds instead of peanuts, I'm gonna add just the titch of salt. Since we're going with the classic Rocky Road version. All right, got my butter all melted in there. Going to, oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Added all of my almonds. I meant some for decoration. I'll just go get another bag. And then I got my marshmallows here. Okay, we're gonna get those stirred in. Got my pan. All right, I'm going to use almond slices, I think, on top. So get my marshmallows all pushed in here. I'm gonna take and sprinkle my almonds on top. Just like so, and then I'm gonna push them gently all in. Whole pieces might have been better actually, because they might stick better. All those pushed in. Gonna stick this in the refrigerator and let it set up, and then we will cut it. Okay, I got my rocky road here, and just go along the sides and loosen it if you need to. And now, I probably should have left this just a little bit longer, but I got cooking videos I gotta do. And I need my pan. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut this. All right, look at that. Let's take a taste test. Oh my goodness, just like Rocky Road. Yum. All right, now I've got my cranberries. I just happen to have this open bag, so I'm gonna stir those in first. I'm sure I'll need more, especially for the decoration on top. Always use your open bags of stuff before you use the unopened for freshness qualities. Okay, for freshness and quality, I guess is how I want to say it. Oh my goodness. Now, I know I should probably just put some nuts or something in there, but I used ChatGPT to tell me what are the most searched Christmas candies, and it said just white cranberry fudge. So if you want to add almonds or walnuts or pecans, oh yum, all of those would be delicious. I have never done this variation before, so break up all of my cranberries, sprinkle them along the top here. Okay, set this in the refrigerator, let it set up, and then we will cut it. Ooh, yum. All right, I got my cranberry, my white chocolate cranberry fudge. Oh, yum. Look at that. Oh, that looks delicious. Wow. Okay. Going to cut this. Oh, wow. Okay, I've never tried this before. That is really good. It's like the sweet, it's like a sweet tart. Oh, I love this. All right, new favorite. Peppermint Fudge. Now, I'm using these bright white candy melts because I want extra whiteness. And then my sweetened condensed milk. Got a whole lot of candy making going on, so I'm just reusing my bowl from another recipe. And then the white candy doesn't set up as well as the chocolate, so I'm going to use just a little bit more white. Okay, just a little bit more, just, I don't know, half a cup of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna throw this. Oh, good grief, there's not hardly anything in there. I'm gonna throw this in the microwave and melt it. All right, and then I stir every 30 to 45 seconds just so that it doesn't burn, and then I finish microwaving. Ooh, nice and smooth. Yum. All right, got all that melted. Going to add my peppermint flavor. And I'm gonna stir that in. Now for this one, because I really want a contrast between the fudge and my candies, I'm not putting my candies in my fudge. A lot of people do, and that's perfectly fine if you want to do that. Do it however you want. But I want a distinct white Christmas snowy look. So I am not putting my candies in. Oh, yum. Okay. And then I have the Peppermint Crunch. I love these things. They are a little hard to find. I will just warn you. So if you're in a big city, you can probably find them easier than me in no man's land, Wyoming. All right, I'm gonna gently pat that in. Oh, yum. Okay, then we're gonna put this in the refrigerator and let it set up. Okay, got my peppermint and get it out. Oh wow, that looks delicious. On a super clean top on this, so I'm going to cut this from the back so I don't drag my peppermints through the white chocolate. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, just like I envisioned. Look at that loveliness. Oh my goodness. White chocolate and peppermint. Doesn't get better than that. I'm making peppermint swirl bark. So I've got my white chocolate here, and I have my chocolate here, and I'm just kind of guesstimating. The amount that I want, because I don't want quite as much chocolate as I do white. Okay, so we're gonna microwave both of these. All right, let's see. My white is melted. Now I did not clean out my bowl because I'm making a whole bunch of fudge. Fudge after fudge after fudge. So I just didn't waste time cleaning because it's the same base. And then my chocolate. Okay. All right. And then just for fun, I've got some candy wafers. I'm going to melt red candy wafers just for a nice little swirl. All right. Then I'm going to add just the last little bit of sweetened condensed milk so that my red doesn't just turn hard. Okay, so now we're going to drop chocolate in. Oh, I forgot my peppermint. Okay. Okay. So now we are making a just a plain chocolate swirl fudge. All right, well, when you mess up, you adapt and overcome. So I've got these gingerbread sprinkles that are super cute. So, going to push those all in. And then we will see how this peppermint, but not peppermint fudge, turns out. Now it's just regular fudge. Okay, oops. Got my now gingerbread fudge, or gingerbread men. Okay, let's see. Okay, see what it looks like. Ooh, okay, that's not too bad. I like the swirlies. All right, there we go. Yum. I'm making turtle pecan fudge. I've got my chocolate chips here and my sweetened condensed milk. Now, here's a little tip in case you guys didn't know. Wash your can opener every couple of times, or every time if it gets really gross, because this can build up and then it won't cut as well and it'll get gross. All right, so I'm pouring in my sweetened condensed milk, and we are going to microwave this until it is all melted. All Okay. Just gonna stir until everything gets all melted. Oh man, that smells good. Okay, so I've got my leftover pecans here from my turtles. So I'm going to dump these into my fudge. Then I'm also going to put a few caramels. And we're gonna stir that all together. Oh, I love turtles. Okay, now I keep saying I don't love chocolate, but I do like turtles. And I have to say my favorite are macadamia, but this is probably right up there next in line. All right, so I got my pan. Okay, and then I'm going to cut my paper. Put it in my little pan here. I love this little pan. I got this at the thrift store and I absolutely love it. I think it's 7 inches. There's one on Amazon. I'll look, see if I can find it. Okay. Then I'm going to just put this luscious fudge right in here. And all right, now we're gonna let this set up in the refrigerator. We're gonna come back and cut it, and I'm gonna show you how to store it so that you can make this several weeks ahead of Christmas and freeze this Christmas candy. Okay, I've got my fudge here. I'm just going to loosen the edges. Looks like it's actually pretty loose. There we go. All right. That's my wonderful son putting up his dishes in the dishwasher. Yes, ladies, it does happen. They grow up. Huh? Occasionally it happens.
It's a once-a-month adventure.
I actually have to say, all my adult kids, they're very good about cleaning up. Okay, now, well, and even my not adult kids are good about cleaning up too.
You're not adult kid.
My not adult kid. All right, so getting this cut into pieces. Now, I forgot to show you, shoot. But what I would do is if I was going to freeze this is just wrap the entire thing in plastic wrap and then slide it into your freezer bag. So I would just wrap the whole thing and slide in the freezer bag. Now, my mom individually wraps each piece of fudge. I do not have the patience for that at all. What I would do is I would just take my Ready Seal and I would just put it on here, flip it. Maybe. Okay, maybe that wasn't a great idea. Sometimes my brilliant ideas aren't so brilliant. Here's how I do it. Just do this, and this, and this, and fold up, and fold up. And then take my freezer bag and just slide it in. Just like that. Okay, throw it in the freezer and you're ready for Christmas. Oh, yum.